Hello, friends. Happy Friday. Yay, right? Yay, it's Friday. What? That's lame. Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. I was just thinking, years ago, I went on a cruise. I've been on two cruises in my life, and I went on this cruise. And as we were driving over to the airport, you know how they have those airport parking places, where you park your car for a few days or a week or however long that you're gone, and you come back and that's where you get your car, right? And so I drop off the person that I'm with, and I'm going across the street. It's very simple instructions. Sometimes in life, maybe this has happened to you, I don't know, but for me at least, sometimes in life I get very simple instructions, and I don't know why, but I can't bother to follow those instructions. I tend to make it difficult sometimes. I'm just saying. And so I'm supposed to go just across the street and park, right? That's all I'm supposed to do. There was a ticket. Um, I thought that's my whole assignment. Go across the street and park, right? And so as I'm going across the street, for whatever reason, I think there was something in my way and I kind of had to turn left. Well, I don't know if I got distracted or I just wasn't familiar with that parking lot or whatever the situation is. The next thing I know, I'm on a road driving away. I'm supposed to be parking, but I'm driving away. Next thing I know, I go inside the parking lot. Excuse me. Inside, I'm going on a road that's going into the airport, where you drop people off and pick people up and things like that. And I was totally confused. But I was nervous. I was scared because we have a deadline. Like, we're supposed to catch a plane in a fairly short amount of time. I don't remember. I don't remember. It was, one of the first times I flew, and so I wasn't all that familiar with how that worked. And so I was driving into the airport, and then finally I circled back around, right? So I got out of the airport, and then I was in a panic because then I was trying to find that parking lot, that airport park and ride, I think is what they called it. One of those places that you park at the airport. And long story short, eventually I found it, parked the car, and we got on the plane. So everything was okay, right? But how many times has that happened to you? Just the other morning, I walk out to a parking lot, and I'm embarrassed to say, but I couldn't find my car. I'm one of those people that are out wandering around looking for my car. Very embarrassing. Well, part of the problem in this particular case the other day is usually when I go to this one place, I park on one side of the parking lot. But for whatever reason, when I went there this particular day, it was packed on that side. So I had to go pretty much completely opposite side of the parking lot and park than I normally would. And so, does that ever happen to you? Are you that person out? And maybe you with the key fob, you're sitting there pushing that horn button or something, right? You're one of those annoying people out in the parking lot that's honking your horn really loud because you're looking for your car, right? Well, I was watching. One of the reasons I was thinking about this recently is a few days ago I was watching this YouTube video, and in this YouTube video, there's this series that I watched that has like short shows or movies. Usually they're anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes long. So just really short ones, and I can watch a whole movie in 10 minutes, pretty much. That's one of the things I like about it. You can watch a quick movie or a quick show. But there was this guy, where was he? At the airport, out looking for his car in the parking lot, right? And walking the opposite direction as he's walking, looking, down this row of cars, he's walking this way. There was a woman that's walking the other way, right? And so they have a conversation, and they decide that, they learn that they're both looking for their cars. And uh, and of course, the woman, as is sadly sometimes the case, because the guy, we're not going to ask for directions, right? And so the woman asks him, though, to ask for instructions, to ask for help, right? Now there's a little squawk box, a little box over on the side, and you push the box and you can talk to a real person. So he pushes the button, and I think it's like futuristic, because the guy that's talking, he says, yeah, we can do that, but we can help you find your car, but it's a $15 charge. And so they both decide, yeah, we'll both pay the $15. And then a few minutes later, he says, well, I don't want to pay double. Just let's call him back and say that we're only looking for one car, and then we'll both hop in. And I didn't understand that strategy exactly, but they were both going to hop in and pay the one $15 and somehow maybe find both their cars. Anyway, long story short, he ends up making the squawk box guy angry. He did not make him happy. And so let's just, without giving it away, let's just say he runs into some troubles by the end of this little mini movie. But yes, I am, every once in a while, don't tell anybody this, but every once in a while, I forget things. Forget where I parked my car. Don't tell anybody. But then I find it eventually. It all gets worked out in the end, right? Well, why am I talking about parking lots? What is that all about? Well, I wanted to share with you that this crazy thing, if you've been listening to me here on Be Connected, one thing that I've been ranting and raving about, talking a lot about, is this thing called Be Connected. Be Connected. And it's this amazing platform that's a video conference service. It's a social media. It's just several things all wrapped up into one. AI lead generator. So if you have any kind of a business, this will give you free leads. So that's pretty cool. But they just added, well, there's been one feature that's been like underused, that you almost forget it's there. It's like that one cool feature that you never use, and then you realize, oh, this does, whatever it is, it does this, right? And so there's a couple buttons. One of them's brand new, just popped up, I believe, in the last week or so. The other button's been there for months and months and months. I've been on Be Connected about 5 months now. So it's an amazing, amazing platform. But let me share with you these two buttons. So first of all, I'm going to share my screen so you'll see what I'm seeing, because I don't think you can see this. I don't think you can see this. I'm going to share my entire screen here. Okay. So you can see there's these buttons at the top of the screen. Now, up on the kind of in the middle, but just barely to the left, there's a button here. It says Report Problem. Report Problem. I think in Spanish that's Report Problema. That gives away. I know that's really bad. That gives away my very poor Spanish capabilities. But that's super cool, right? Because sometimes we got to ask for help. We got to ask for support. We got to report a problem. And so as you're in a video call, there's this cool feature where you can report a problem. If you have an issue, if there's anything going on that's not an ideal situation, you can let Be Connected know about it, and they'll look at the problem. Now, let's say there's 1,000 people that are on a video call that day, and you're the only one that has whatever weird once in a million glitch, then they might not do anything about it, right? I mean, think about it. If you're whatever the situation, if there's 1 million people and no one has a problem except for one, then sometimes that has to do with that one person, right? Yeah, so but the idea is if multiple people are experiencing the same issue, or if there's something that they can improve, Be Connected is at work behind the scenes, improving things, right? So that's nice. Now, let me share with you the second thing. So let me go back and share my screen here. Share my screen. Okay. So this is Be Connected as far as the social. Oh, this is the website itself, which is it's a few different things, but primarily it's the social media side of things. And on the bottom left, or excuse me, bottom right, sometimes I don't know my right from my left apparently, but my bottom right, there's this little yellow circle that looks like it has a little chat box. So that is the live chat box. So, sometimes I'm sure we all wish, we all wish. Let me stop sharing my screen there. We all wish that we're on a video call, we're on a social media site, whatever it may be. We wish we could, if we had a question all of a sudden, we wish we could get that answered, right? Well, there's that live chat button right on Be Connected. So if you have any questions while you're on there, there is help. There's someone to support you. There's someone to answer your questions. So that's one of the cool things about Be Connected. Another cool thing is they have a first wave of coaches. What they didn't want to do is just turn on the buttons and have, tens of thousands and millions of customers pop on and everybody's confused and no one knows, everyone's lost. Like me trying to get on my flight to go to the Bahamas, actually to Miami, and then get on the cruise to go to the Bahamas. But it would have been nice at the time. Of course, this is back before cell phones and stuff like that. Kind of dating myself a little bit, but it would have been nice if I had a someone that I could have talked to. Kind of one of those satellite things that you push, and if you're ever in hopefully this never happens to anybody, but especially you and me, hopefully. But if you're in a car accident and you have one of those satellite devices in your car, you can push a button and ask for assistance, right? Ask for emergency help. And so that would be nice if we had that. So it's nice while you're on Be Connected on the social media part or on the video call, you can either report a problem or you can use that live chat button on the actual website of Be Connected and ask them a question anytime you want. There's also 100 coaches. This first wave of coaches, actually there's a few more than that now, but their first idea was to get 100 coaches. And so the nice thing is they have 100 coaches. Now, each one of those coaches, like I'm one of those 100 coaches on Be Connected that teach people how it works. I don't know all the answers, but I tell you what, between the 100 of us coaches, we know most of the answers. I'd say probably 98% of the answers we know. And if we don't know it, we can get an answer for you normally. Now, there's some things that, like what is the purpose of life, whatever like that. And what is it? There's that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They say the answer to all the questions of the world is like 42, like some random number or something. But anyway, I digress. So one nice thing about Be Connected and this amazing platform is there's support. There's a report a problem button while you're on the video call. When you're on the website, there's a chat box that you can ask a live question. So wanted to share that with you on this Friday. Other than that, have a great weekend, everybody. Partay, Friday, and I bid you adieu, as they say. So have a great weekend, everybody.